This is going to be today's video review for Friday, July the 17th, 2015 for Drummond Energy Bands. Please read our trading disclaimer. Today we're going to approach the markets like we did yesterday. We're going to take a very simple approach because the trader that is new to Drummond Energy Bands does not have all of the insights of being with the software for a very long period of time. They just received it. So we're going to look at a couple of options for today's trade plan, and we're not going to look at the energy bands like we did yesterday. We're going to add the crests and valleys, and also we're going to look at the midline. So let's discuss what the midline and crests and valleys look like now. So on the left chart you can see that the level up here is created. Now we call that a crest because this white dotted line hooks down, and in the Masters of the Universe course we discuss why that is significant, but essentially it is a place where there's significant sell energy, and we look for price to retrace to it in order to look for a sell setup using our right chart, which is our trade chart. The other valley that we're referring to is of course drawn in green, and the support that it creates is from the E mid, we call it, the white dotted line. When it hooks up, that creates support. So when price returns back to it like it does here, that is a potential opportunity for us to look at our trade chart on the right for giving us an entry. Now you'll notice that just below it there's this white dotted line here on our left chart. We're going to be using that. That's called our midline, and that is also an area in which in the Masters of the Universe course we discuss is a point of energy that can be very strong and can really push the crowd energy into effect. So we're going to look at that for our trade plan today. If you have been in contact with us, you know that we are working on an e-commerce solution that's going to benefit the currency transactions, currency exchanges worldwide. We've had quite a response from customers all over the world, and we're getting close to finalizing those details. Unfortunately, it's not happening for the end of today, but please stay tuned. And there has been some concerns from people watching the video as to the pop-ups, and we are addressing that right now and should have that fixed for today, so those annoying pop-ups will be taken off the website. Now on our left chart you can see that we have a crest level of resistance that price does retrace to here and here. So let's have a look at the first left down pink arrow. Here on the right chart you can see we have an opportunity to engage that short once this bar turns red here. And you can see that the market does fall off a little and then reverses for us. So the second re-entry from that crest would be here, as of course this bar turns red. This particular trade shoots on down to this white dotted line at about 943. This is let's just pause here. Excuse me, this is the crest. If you didn't draw this in from yesterday, you can see this resistance is turning into support, shown by the up green arrow. If you didn't see that, what we're going to discuss is this midline here, the white dotted line here on our left chart is, let's back this up a little bit here, is right here on our left chart, is shown here on our right chart. So as price associates that with a green bar, we can elect long. Now, as we discussed in the Masters of the Universe course, price quite often will challenge the valley here of support. And as it does so, what we're relying on is we're relying on this overlap of the lower magenta and the lower yellow in this area here holds. So the lower yellow continues to move on up, and we can manage our trade positions like that. And you can see how the lower yellow stays up, which we teach in the Masters of the Universe course is an excellent place to be gauging your entries with. Now, if somebody missed that, you can see on the left chart where a valley has been put in place. Now price, went up and then returned back to it. So we've got a couple of things here. Our white dotted line has actually moved from down here to up here at about 46.17. So we now have a white dotted line up here as well. So in this area here, when you pull back into that support level valley on the green bar, you can elect long, and that trade did go up for a couple of points. So as price eventually retraces back down here to our white dotted line, this is our midline, part of our trade plan that today's trader, who knows nothing except this line is drawn in advance and is patiently waiting for it to return to, he's actually drawing this on the right chart here as well. Price returns to it, gives an opportunity to get long. You can see how the same concepts are used over and over again. This valley of support is drawn as green, provides, along with this lower yellow and magenta, a great place to hide your stop behind as price goes higher. Goes up for a little bit, and you can see how even though price pulls back down into this yellow here, notice how the bricks close. That's what we call brick momentum. So going down, when the bottoms of the bricks are equal or higher, that means this yellow is not down. So the trader patiently waiting with the stop down here didn't get taken out. Now as price does go higher, you can see what is taking place. Now if you look here on our left chart, we've got this crest level, potential resistance, but as we go up through it, you can see these are all green bars, so it's not a level of resistance anymore. It's turning into support. So the green up arrow on the left coinciding with the green up arrow on the right is an excellent place to be getting long here once we've returned back to this level of resistance turned into support. So getting long here, the market goes sideways and unfortunately doesn't give us a lot of follow through. So probably the trader exited out with a very, very small loss or a break even or potentially even a small win. But essentially it pulls back again to the tick to this resistance turned into support here on the up green arrow on the right chart. You notice on the green bar we're long here, where again, this valley of support here is tested again. The lower yellow magenta overlap is up. We have brick momentum. Our trader with our stop down here below this hookup of the dot taught in the Master of the Universe course never got taken out, because this isn't just a quick scalp type of trade. This is left chart resistance turning into support, and this provides a nice move for the trader for a follow through. So that's the end of today's video review. If you have any questions, please email us at jb@drummondenergybands.com, and thank you very much for your interest.